Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Bourbon Podcast. I'm your host, Perry. With me, as he always is, except for weeks when he's not, because he goes away and leaves me. It's Eric, the Whiskey Mutant.
I'm here right now. I'm going to be in Disney next week, okay?
I'm genuinely, kind of jealous.
I will be texting you a lot and sending you pictures of what I'm eating and drinking and doing.
With your wife?
Yeah. You're into that?
No, I'm not.
What?
No.
You don't think she's pretty.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm just
Please do not.
I'm going to try to not
do not bait me into this.
I'm going to try not to get my face ripped off.
Do you remember
I go to Animal Kingdom?
Do you remember the one time you were like at dinner with April or something? And like every picture of food or drinks that you sent me had like one of her boobs.
Yeah, like cleavage in the background.
Yeah, I was like, please stop sending me your wife's boob.
You know, I'm a friend.
I'm not going to send you my wife's boobs.
I see who's the better friend of us.
They're mine, dude.
I didn't mean to send her.
I know you didn't.
Those.
I know you didn't. But I do mean to let you know that you can support the show if you would like to do so by heading over to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for as little as $1 a month. For as little as $5 a month, there's bonus content over there. That's $5 and all the way up the scale, too. It doesn't just stop at $5. I revealed to Eric today that we have people who support the show for free on Patreon. They just kind of follow what we do, but they don't really... I don't know. I don't get it. I don't really know how that works.
They just want you to know.
Yeah.
They care.
But thank you for that, even. I also have to say, before we get too far into this, thank you to the entire state of Virginia for the unbelievable numbers that we have done there this past couple of weeks.
Is loving it.
I don't know, but
tell us.
Of the entire United States, Virginia has made up 1/3 of all recent downloads. Just the state of Virginia.
Damn.
That's nuts.
Represent.
So thank you. I don't know if it got shared with like a group
all
or
the virgins out there.
It is for lovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Texas?
We're doing pretty well in Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We had the review from our dude in Texas.
Yeah.
I figured they would have canceled me by now.
I mean, not super great, but we're still doing okay.
What
in Texas? If our top 5 right now are Virginia, Alabama, California, Florida, and the District of Columbia. New York at 6, Indiana 7, Illinois 9. Wait,
I love how Kentucky's like
did I skip 8? I think I did. New York 6, Indiana 7, Illinois 8. Texas 9, Kentucky is 10.
I don't cross post enough for us for Kentucky.
Shut up. Don't start beefing where you don't need to start beefing. But also, here's the funnier part of this: Wyoming, 0 downloads. Alaska, 0 downloads. Damn. So we're gonna start doing targeted campaigning to Wyoming.
Is there Alaska bourbon?
I don't know.
I bet it's better than Texas.
That would be a
suck it.
He can't be stopped. He's a wild man. He's a madman. He's running loose. He's taking his shirt off. South Dakota is at the very bottom. South Dakota, Nevada, Montana, and Kansas over the past month, I think, is what this metric is, have only had 1 download per each of those states.
Well, you know.
So Wyoming and Alaska, what the heck? Even Hawaii's doing better than you.
I bet I know
it's been 7 downloads, but yeah, it's
Don Nishida 7 times
representing the entire state of Hawaii.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Tell people in your state to listen to the podcast.
We say it every week. Tell people about us,
please. That's why we used to do, and we stopped doing it. Plugs at the top of the show as well, because there's so much that gets lost by people not listening through to the very end. Oh, look, Minnie's in the shot now.
There's Minnie.
Yeah, she's
she made it.
And the camera's focused on her too.
Minnie,
she sees herself on the screen.
Minnie, tell them where to find you, Minnie. Minnie,
surprise cat.
What are you doing?
You just want to be a part of it, don't you?
All right. Drink some bourbon.
She's going to do that like cat gag thing.
Bah, she just pukes in my glass. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, she's getting belly rubs.
Hey, silly girl. I love this cat, man.
Okay.
Love this cat.
Well, if you love us, tell people about us.
Well, what I was going to say is we stopped doing plugs at the top of the show because I felt like it was too much on both ends to do it. But there is stuff that like we could include at the top of the show, like telling people that if you leave a review in your podcast app of choice, we will see it and we'll read it out on the show.
If you adopt this cat, you will give angels their wings.
Don't take this cat away from me.
Arms of the angels.
I mean, there's merch, bourbonshop.threadless.com. There's the P.O. Box, P.O. Box 22609, if you want to send us samples or bottles or something to review on the show or just anything. We'll open it up on the show and talk about it and drink it. What's other stuff that we plug at the end? Social media, at My Bourbon Pod, at Whiskey Mutant. I'll do a different plug too. I put out new music this week. It's my first new music I've put out. It's my first new music I've put out in 10 years. And I think by the time this episode goes live, it's on all streaming platforms. So Apple Music, Spotify, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. It's on Napster.
Bandcamp. It's
on Bandcamp, perryritter.bandcamp.com. But yeah, if you just go to your streaming service and search for Perry Ritter, that is the new song, Cruel. Which
gotta be cruel to be kind.
Yeah, it's just a cover. But then also when I put my album out in 2014, streaming services were not as much of a thing then as they are now. So I messaged the people that I publish my music through and asked them if I could include, because it used to be just available on like Bandcamp and iTunes,
right,
for purchase. I mean, you could stream it on Bandcamp, but you couldn't really go anywhere else. But I sent them an email and I was like, hey, I'd really like to push this to streaming platforms since I wasn't able to do it back in 2014. It was very short-sighted of me to do so. But now it is over there as well. So you can listen to Mine Heart, my album from 2014, and my new single, Cruel,
nice.
On streaming.
I should get our recordings, my band's recordings, and put them on there.
You should. It's super easy. I mean, putting one song, just the single, was only like $10.
Really?
Yeah. I can't remember what it is. I'm sure that costs have changed for like an album.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't imagine it's more than like $50. Even if it is 100 or something, I mean, it's...
If you would like to hear my band on Spotify, let us know in the comments below.
Hit us up on social media.
Or, you can go look at A Scandal to Remember or Descendants of David if you want to.
So
when's the music video? When are we shooting that? You gotta have a video. Let's make a video.
I don't have the time.
I'll work on it.
All right, fine. We can just AI generate it.
I'll do it. I'll just do
me.
I'll do every part.
I think that would be really, really funny.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I got this.
You in like some back alleys.
Yeah. Just different places.
Put a wig on you.
Yeah. I can do this.
This is great. That's like that time. This is not at all the exact same thing. But there was that one Ed Sheeran music video where he got Rupert Grint to play him.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I got Flying Blind for us this week.
Ooh.
I'm excited for you to get into
Flying
this.
Blind, if you're just listening for the first time, is a segment of the show that we usually do up top where one of us blinds each other. Surely you figured that out. You're listening to a Bourbon podcast and something's called Flying Blind. But yeah, sometimes there's sips and snacks where we pair a snack or a treat or whatever. But today, Perry's got Flying Blind. What is happening?
I'm playing Glencairn checkers. All right, I got to pour it, so you got to cover them up or look away.
Pull it out.
Oh my gosh.
It's broke.
Shattered everywhere.
I think I've told this story before, but the time that I broke my nose when I went to the ER, and this crazy doctor comes in, he puts the x-ray on the thing, and he doesn't say anything, and he just kind of does this weird neck twist and looks at me and goes, "It's broke."
You told that I think after I broke my foot.
Yeah, and he walked out. I will never forget. That's all I do.
What a weirdo,
Yeah,
dude.
his glasses were like those really like crazy like scientist looking glasses too. They were really thick. Minnie, Jesus, I hear her up there now trying to get out.
I'm gonna have "Cruel to Be Kind" stuck in my head for. All right. You can take your hands off your eyes, dude.
Sorry. Okay.
All right, left to right.
Color's good.
Yeah.
I like it. There, she's back.
1 and 2. Hello again.
All right. So, am I comparing these?
We are comparing. All that we're really doing is, I mean, if you want to do notes, that's fine.
I got, like spots in my head.
I hate when that happens.
I can do both at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're basically just trying to figure out which one you prefer.
Okay. They smell very similar. The one in the left,
It's got more brown sugar.
I was going to say, it's got a little bit more going on.
Yeah. Glass 2 has a citrus note to it that's very prominent to me.
I would say like a lemon heads candy.
I was thinking lemon. So
Yeah, like a lemon candy. Not like a lemon pastry, like actual like hard candy.
yeah.
I apologize if I'm sniffing or coughing every once in a while. Kentucky weather has been every season the past 4 days, and
Pretty
every
much.
time it does that, my sinuses go crazy.
Yeah. All right.
All right, cheers. I guess I did that, but I'm going to drink. Ooh, that's good.
Mm.
It kind of... It's kind of the same on the nose.
Like nose to palate.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's kind of the similar notes. Ooh. Oh. The right one. That was the one that we were saying lemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not really lemony on the palate. There's a lot going on. It's a little bit weird at first, but then it turns into like a almost like a, I don't know. It's like a slushy. It's like
Kinda, yeah. It's very berry forward.
like a red slush. Ooh, I like that a lot.
Now you've had both of these before.
Okay.
They're not unfamiliar
They taste
to us.
like something I've had before.
Yeah.
Are they the same mash bill?
Yes.
Are they weeded?
Yes.
I definitely like the right.
More than the left.
I like the funkiness of the right.
Yeah.
They're both good. But yeah, the berry and the strawberry and the lemon, that was very weedy to me.
Well, in your left glass was Larceny Barrel Proof C923.
It didn't taste barrel proof though.
I know. But in your right glass was Larceny Barrel Proof A124.
Ooh, the new one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't feel like I liked it as much. Did I like it?
We liked it quite a bit.
I can't remember. I don't remember it being like this, like lemony and like berry.
I don't either. I remember it being more bold than C923, but I don't like. this feels like a completely new experience to me.
What threw me off was like I almost thought that you were like comparing like two Wellers or something like that. Because they tasted like 100 proof.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like 107, like Weller 107.
But, C923 was my best bourbon of last year. A124, man. It's nothing to sniff at. I will say though, in my blind that I did last night on my live stream, where I compared both C923 and A124 releases of Larceny and Elijah Craig, the A124 Larceny came in third place. But like having it today, it's a completely different animal.
First again?
No, the Elijah Craig came in first. This came in second. Yeah.
Where's Elijah Craig?
C923. Yeah.
Well, I cannot believe these are the barrel proof ones. Though,
I know.
Right now, they do not taste barrel proof.
I'm starting to feel it in my chest a little bit.
That's your heart.
Yeah.
Your emotions. You're getting emotional.
I am getting emotional.
Yeah.
I'm too emotional to do a bourbon podcast.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time.
I laugh too much.
It is true. People have said that.
People have said that. Again, a genuine criticism of this show.
I shouldn't be doing a bourbon podcast because I don't know enough.
Yeah.
People have said that.
Things people have said to us. So
these are good.
We gotta block out the haters. We got our hater shades on. There's a throwback for anybody. But yeah, it's crazy how different they are. I think A124 is just a masterpiece.
Once again, it shows how far Larceny barrel proof has come.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just gotten better and better every batch, every year. I like it. Well, appreciate that. That was fun.
Yeah. What you been drinking recently?
What have I been drinking? Pour that out, because I'm going to give you something that I've been drinking lately.
Oh, is it behind you?
Yes.
Yes! I can't wait.
First thing I will say, I had a smoking a pancake at OBC, which is an old fashioned that it tastes like a smoking a pancake, and they put a bacon on the side. So good. Me and April ran to OBC one day after work. Kids didn't have nothing. And we were like, let's go get a cocktail.
You just needed something.
Need something. We got a smoking a pancake ×2. I got two of them. Love it. One of my favorite cocktails at OBC. Then I bought this bottle last whiskey funds.
Yeah.
Because I have another bottle we're going to talk about later that I just bought. But this
you don't have to justify your purchases to anybody.
I know, but I feel like with all the commotion with paying prices and stuff, like,
who cares?
I know, but you know how I do it. The listeners, they've pointed it out before. I like to be a little more picky these days.
I know.
But
I'm just saying, like, you don't owe anybody anything.
Got this. This is from our brother McCully at his new brand, Dark Arts Whiskey House. And I should have this thing is
massive.
So I've only had about a half an ounce out of this because I'm going to do a pairing with it on 69ing. So I had to have a little bit. This was a Bourbon Junkies pick. So
really?
we got McCully, we got the Bourbon Junkies, everybody in here. Straight bourbon whiskey, double barreled, aged. What is that? Aged.
We'll get to it.
10 years. 10-year.
Dang, really?
Yeah. 110.4 proof.
Snap, dude. I'm ready for this.
Look at this.
I've been so excited to try his stuff.
It's my glass out here.
I kind of think it would be good to do a Dark Arts pick for the meetup.
Not opposed for that.
Okay.
Look at that thing. Solid.
Too big to conceal. I'll say that much. And it will definitely get stuck. You'll have to go to the doctor.
I'm not going to tell you until you've had it what I think of it, but I don't have anything negative to say. I'll tell you that. And I got my pairing.
It is funky.
Dude, this is a Whiskey Mutant bottle. I don't care if it says Bourbon Junkies on it. Even Minnie agrees. This is straight. This is my ball house right here, man. This is a Whiskey Mutant pick.
Wow.
Delicious.
Dude.
So my 69 and should already be out. So if you know, I'm not going to spoil anything, but this is my process for pairing this. To me, it smells like cherry syrup that you would make a cherry cola out of. Like if you took the straight up syrup that like comes out of a machine or something that like, you know, those Coke machines that you can like hit the buttons and it like mixes the stuff.
Oh yeah. Freestyle.
Yeah. And you can do like Coke Zero and then it adds the cherry to it that way. This smells like cherry syrup of some sort, like a cherry cola syrup. And when I tasted it, I got a little bit of the cherry, but it almost tasted like pecan pie. It went from cherry to pecan. And I was like, man, this is going all over the place. It's funky. So I'm going to pair it with a pinwheel.
Oh, yeah.
Almost like you got like some cherry drizzle over like a savory snack and stuff like that. So when I do my thing, I'm going to pair it with that. So yes, I love this thing.
I'm a fan.
Love it.
It's so weird. It's okay. You know what it reminds me of on the nose? That mead that we had a few weeks back. Oh. Where it's just like real like brash and crazy, and I think it was dark currant. I think it was the kind of mead.
Dark arts.
And it's very currant-y.
Yeah, so
I like it. Anything else you've been drinking?
That's pretty much it.
I've been drinking a lot of mead. I'm
the mead man.
I'm the mead man. Come see me. I've got mead.
So how different are the different meads?
Very, very different.
Really?
Yeah. There's 4 different ones that I've been drinking through recently. Chaucer's, which we've had before. That was the one that I made the cocktail with. Bunratty. Which is,
call me?
You heard me. Bunratty. It is an Irish mead that's supposed to be evocative of like the Viking style mead.
Vikings.
It's really freaking good.
Tastes like blood.
No.
Tastes like the bodies of my enemies.
There is one from I don't think it's called Viking blood, or maybe it is. I don't remember. Then there's another one. I can't remember what it's called. It's got a bee on the bottle. It's like Meadworks or something. That's pretty good. It's not like blowing my balls off.
What are the prices of meads?
It depends. So the Chaucer's is like $12 or $13 a bottle. Oh. So it's kind of like buying a bottle of wine. Right. The Bunratty is closer to 30, which I don't mind because it's that good. Oh. But then there's another one, and I don't know exactly how to pronounce this.
I'll tell you. I know how to pronounce it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's see. Dank. Majad. Rab. Majad.
Mead.
Mead.
Okay. I think. Oh, look, Blanton's.
Get some Blanton's, bro.
I think that's pronounced.
Good job.
No, like you would pronounce Mjolnir.
Mjod.
Mjod. Mjod.
Donsk. Mjod.
Donsk
Ride.
Mjod.
Mjod. Donsk.
Donsk Mjod. Mirror
Mjod.
Mjod. Mead. This one in particular, I was drinking on. I finished a bottle of it yesterday. Really friggin' good.
It looks cool.
I'm saving the bottle.
It looks like the bottle that you would see on like a cartoon or like a anime or even like a cheap show where like the Viking comes in and he's like, "Buh."
Yeah, exactly. It's Nordic honey wine with apple juice, hops, and America Gale added. America Gale. It's friggin' delicious. I'm such a big fan of Dansk Mjod. Because they've got one that's called. Oh, this is what I was thinking of. Dansk Mjod Viking Blood.
Dansk Mjod Viking Blood.
I mean, look at the bottle.
That is fucking brutal.
It's so cool.
That's brutal. I want to drink that just to get the bottle.
Yeah. Really, really good stuff.
Hell yeah.
I've been enjoying that. I got one bottle that I've been drinking on a little bit, but I've been trying to ration out because I haven't had a bottle of it in a long time, and we're going to be reviewing it alongside another bottle that you provided.
Yeah.
But I got a couple of goodies.
What?
It's from friends.
What?
Maybe more my friends than your friends.
Oh, boy. We had to get to this eventually. I had to bring this up.
Do you want me to tell you what this is before you try it?
I mean, it's rare character, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, let blind me on it.
Okay.
Where is this from? Who is this from?
It's not been picked yet.
I know, but
he just pulled this.
Who pulled it?
Chad. My Daily Bourbon. He just pulled it from the barrel. So it's still got some floaters.
It's a sample only
in it.
Smells pretty good. We gotta talk about something.
Okay.
So I'm perusing through Instagram. Oh, Perry posted. He shared something. Catch me on It's Bourbon Night tonight. Okay. I was like, what is this? Perry didn't mention anything about being on Bourbon Night tonight. Who else was on there? My Daily Bourbon. I was like, interesting. I've already been talking about these two people. Want to prance around on This Is My Bourbon podcast next week and make fun of Whiskey Mutant. So, I was like, what the hell? Where's my invite? I looked. I didn't get one. It's fine.
I had to go back through my text messages.
I wanted to make sure. I mean, I already did that the previous week when I didn't get invited to be a referee on the Bourbon Bowl because I've been a referee the last 2 years. I thought, maybe there's something. We regret to inform you were not chosen to be a referee.
Honestly, I think if Todd had been available, you both would have been.
If I would have found out Todd was available and he wasn't on there, we would have done our own Bourbon Bowl.
But I'm saying that like the purpose of the referees is to be tiebreakers in the Bourbon Bowl, right?
No, it's to be a little minion to do the computer. That was good. That was good.
Unfiltered reaction. You were not ready.
I didn't even think about it because I was getting heated and I just want to take a sip of something. Either way, I know. It's a tiebreaker. I get it. I'm just playing.
I know.
I did want to be on it, though.
Oh, this is so good.
I did want to be on it. I like the Bourbon Bowl. It was, and being there for 2 years in a row, it was fun. I had fun, so I felt bad. Fuck. Freaking trolled me.
It's a 51% rye.
You trolled me with a finish.
Finished in maple barrels.
If you're going to finish something, you might as well finish it in something good, like maple.
Don't know the proof. Nobody's picked this yet. This is just a sample bottle that Chad brought.
Yeah.
I
was just talking about maple in a pancake, smoking a pancake, old fashioned at OBC. This kind of tastes like it right
Yeah.
out of a bottle. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate you. I only say I appreciate you every once in a while. That's cool. But let me get back to my story. So, what is that?
It's more up your alley.
Okay.
Not that this isn't, but this is well, it's not finished.
Okay, good. When are we gonna?
I'm so excited for you to try
I'm
this.
running out of glasses.
Should have gotten 3.
I know.
Maybe we should start having 3 down here
Hold
now.
on. I'm gonna save that larceny blend for later.
Oh, okay.
Since we're gonna be having some.
Since we got more to get into. Woohoo! Just enough. What am I, Tigger?
Woohoo!
TTFN. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
So, anyway.
It's communion.
Yeah. This is a Church of Bourbon whiskey. So,
I like that.
we
The
get
church of whiskey.
Church of Whiskey. Maybe that's what this year's
That's
live show and meetup should be. Bringing you to church. Church of Whiskey.
that's kind of fun, actually.
I like
I
it.
kind of vibe with that.
I like it. So,
All rise.
all right.
Turn your
We're gonna
books
take
to-
communion. We do a pairing. It's like little Debbie like snacks, and everybody passes around like a communion cup, and we blind them with it.
I kind of love this
We start
idea.
the live show like that.
I'm really afraid that people are going to call us sacrilegious, though.
Fuck. No way, dude. This is our religion. We make the rules up.
What were we talking about?
I was talking about you being on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay,
you were
so-
roasting me.
So, first off, I'm like, well, I didn't get an invite. That's confirmed. No text messages, nothing. But I really thought, okay, I'm not the most intellectual whiskey person ever, so I'm going to tune in to see what they're talking about, because they're probably talking about something I don't know about. I turn this thing on. And I
Sprayed me.
hear what the subject of the conversation is, and I about threw my phone. Old recordings you did as
Oh, yeah.
musicians. You literally have a co-host that has about 3 different recording sessions, who's told stories on Patreon that can't be said in public about the band days, and I've been on tour and all this.
Yeah, here's the thing.
And I go, son of a-"
Your old music is so much better than any of our old music.
And I thought, well, I probably don't have nothing to bring to this conversation.
I don't think anybody heard you.
And I turned it off.
Okay.
So I don't know what you did after that. I will be 100% honest with you. I love you more than anything, but I couldn't stand not being on the show.
That's fair. Chad Perkins blinded us. Original recipe. Blinded us. Second blind was Old Forester, the new one, 1924.
1924.
Yeah. my brain just completely blacked out for a second there. I thought at first it was and it's been a while since he and I have split this bottle, but it was a Jim Beam Black Label from the 70s. Like he and I split it in maybe 2018.
Yeah.
What?
No, just keep talking. Just keep talking, bro.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm a professional at stealing stuff. Don't worry.
It's stealing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
stealing some of this.
Oh no, you're more than welcome to.
Unless this time I won't get in trouble.
Perkins was like, yeah, I've got way too many samples. I don't need another one. And I was like, well, I can sample these out. I mean, I don't have any reason not to. But anyway, I thought that the Old Forester was the Jim Beam Black Label that Chad and I split in like 2018. It was from 1976 or something. It was 9 years old and 90 proof, or like 8 years old or something crazy. And he was like, I actually finished that bottle like a week ago. So it wasn't that. And the fact that he got me with Old Forester, but then he also blinded us on two makers' DNAs. It was the 110 entry proof and the 125. And the 110 for both me and Daily Bourbon beat the 125.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
125 was one of our favorites.
I know.
Well, at least that year, the year that we have. What is this?
This is Fortuna Batch 6.
This smells like...
It smells like bookers.
No. This is going to be a compliment. And I don't care what anybody thinks or says, whatever. This is going to be a compliment.
Okay.
This smells like a legit version of that Fireball Reserve over there. It smells like a cinnamon whiskey
that actually means something.
That's actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, but
it smells like Fireball,
literally
like real Fireball, like if you made a real Fireball whiskey aged like for like 10 years.
Nobody else has had this. It's not on market yet. Chad just brought
There is literally
because he pulled it from it hadn't been filtered or anything.
He's trying to poison me, isn't he?
Just give you a little bit of asbestos poisoning.
Okay. God, I hate doing this. I hate it. I really do. I love Chad. I hate Chad. I love Chad. That Fortuna barrel proof that you let me try was not my thing.
This is so up your alley, though.
He heard what I said about that one, and he said, "I've got to make sure Eric's happy."
My favorite response to that at any point, though, was, "I am never thinking about Eric when I'm making whiskey."
I know he is.
He said that so many times.
He is, and he thought, you know what? It's time. It's time. It's time. I made a mutant batch of Fortuna, and I think he did. This is cinnamon heavy chocolate Fireball.
Dude,
I love this.
I can't wait.
I hate that I said that.
I can't wait for this to be out. This is already like a contender for one of my favorite things this year.
I have to get a bottle of this.
I know, I
Which
have
batch
to as well.
this?
6. It's not out yet.
Well, I figured that. Does it come with the barrel char in it?
Probably not.
No.
It will be fun though. Like, I'll hold on to the rest of this, or you can take some if you want. It'll be fun to compare the like pre-bottle batch to what actually goes into the bottle.
Very
similar. Yeah.
Seriously though, this is great. It tastes like, it's exactly. I mean, I'm looking at that Fireball Reserve, and this is exactly what I would think a legit version of that.
I love that the Fireball sits on your special shelf.
Dude, that's probably one of the harder bottles to get.
It really is.
You can't just go get that thing. Okay,
it's not in stores.
I give
it's
him
going to
credit.
be on the cabinet or the countertop.
I give him credit. This is Mutant Batch. Thank you for thinking of me this time on Batch 6. So if any of you all are listening and you eventually get Batch 6, tag me and let Chad know that it was a good idea to think of me when he made this batch. So see how I spun that around?
Yeah, I did.
Back to us.
Mm-hmm.
It's back to us. And I can't believe you made me say finished whiskey was good again. Okay.
Here we go. It's happening.
I don't hate finished whiskey. I was only sick of it for a time. I don't like
He's back!
I don't like Amberana.
He's back!
I don't want Amber on it.
We can welcome him back, everybody. He's got his wings
I'm okay
again.
with Maple. I'm okay with Maple. Okay, let's ease myself. Let me ease back into this, okay? I'll do a Maple rye.
Welcome back to the land of whimsy and flavor.
This is a big episode for me. Prance around on top.
They're not going to prance.
They will.
They might.
If they do, you have to say, don't prance.
Eric told me there's no prance. There's a no prance clause in the contract for this week's episode.
If you're listening or watching and they do it, you call them out in the comments. When are y'all recording?
Next Friday.
I remember that.
Okay.
I'll spam you up the whole time. No, I am excited about.
Hopefully, week after next, we'll be in the new studio. I haven't had a chance to paint yet. I won't be able to this weekend. But the weekend that you're gone, looks like when I'll be able to get in there and paint. Hopefully, start getting things set up and ready to go.
Nice.
And yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. It's already such a mess in there.
That's how it starts.
It is. But we'll get there.
I hope everybody enjoys the next episode. No, it's fun. It's going to be fun listening back. I will listen back to that. I don't listen to myself back.
I rarely do.
I know you're editing, but I feel like you're probably in like a cruise control where like, okay, cut that. You're not really like.
Oh, I 100% am.
Yeah.
But I still am like aware when I go back and edit it. When I go back and edit of like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I don't write like the description for the episode until I've finished editing it, because I want to have time to like listen back through if there's something important that I want to. That I want to bring up. I just have to, be very mindful of all that. So, but yeah, you have 2 of your cups left behind your Dr. Pepper.
I didn't see those.
I'm going to actually blend these in the communion cups.
The finished and the Fortuna?
Mm-hmm. Just because I'm curious what...
it's probably good.
What that's going to be like. Especially with a 51% rye. I mean, it's a barely legal rye.
It's basically bourbon.
Yeah. So I'm sure that it's going to have some kind of like fairly, neutral influence, or not neutral necessarily, but it's not going to be like overpowering.
Right.
Man, I tell you what, I feel so much better.
I just needed some good.
I needed some whiskey.
Yeah. What is that saying again?
Hair of the dog.
That's the one.
Yeah, I've always said I didn't believe in the hair
of the dog.
Yeah, exactly.
The dingleberry of the dog.
I didn't believe in the hair of the dog, but I believe in the hair of the dog.
I mean, you haven't been in this situation too many times.
Weed hungover?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I've ever been.
Nerd hungover. I have.
I watched too much.
It's not good.
I watched too much Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh. We got to do a review.
We do have to do a review. This review is special because somehow we've never reviewed, other than George T Stagg, we never reviewed Stagg. And it used to be called Stagg Jr. It's just Stagg now.
I know. Grew up on us.
I'm really excited to actually do this. And we're not just going to be doing one. We're going to be doing 2 Staggs.
2.
We got batch 23A and 23C.
Nice. I just picked this bottle up yesterday.
And I got this last week.
Where'd you get yours at? You can mouth it. You don't have the dogs.
Secondary.
Okay. That's good. I did something that I absolutely hate, I'll be honest.
Okay.
I just did it for content.
For the meme?
Huh?
For the meme?
For the meme.
Do it for the Vine.
Yeah. Try to get this off. But you know how when people in like your bourbon group, they will. That was Dash.
Yep.
They'll post the receipt. Like, I really got it. I only did this because I knew there'd be a chance that we would talk about this and have it. Because it kind of shocked me because I did the thing where I was talking the whole time and I didn't even hear the price. I just handed the card because at my store, I'm just talking to my dudes and like I'm not paying any attention. And I go, how much did I pay for that? They could have charged me whatever they wanted to. But I was like, I'm going to keep the receipt. So when we get to the price portion of our review, I can see. And
yeah, that's like MSRP.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind that that's the price of
But
this.
I mean, I'm like, when we do reviews for anybody who's never seen the show before or heard the show, our reviews are based on, at least the price portion, are based on, MSRP,
Right.
Suggested retail price. Do we take secondary pricing into consideration? No.
In our minds,
Because
though, we do.
yeah, but that's a different valuation than just being like, well, what can I get on the market?
Right.
You know?
But it kind of shocked me that was, I did not know the actual price of Stagg right now.
Yeah. So I have 23A, you have 23C.
Right.
These are two of the three releases that came out in 2023.
And we kind of joked about it, how our area is always the last to get everything.
Yeah.
So these probably are the newest batches for us. Maybe you guys are getting like 24
it
or
hit
something.
Indiana first and then eventually trickled its way down to us. Also, I've never noticed this before, or at least I didn't know they were doing it. They actually say what the batch is on the labels. Finally.
Back in the day, I'd have to Google my
The proof so that you could figure out which batch it was. Yeah.
And I even asked you, I was like, I don't know.
So far.
I don't know what it is. And then I looked and it's like they literally tell me on the bottle what
Crazy,
it is.
man. But yes, I did get mine on secondary.
So what?
I don't care.
I don't care.
Because I think this is one of those that's a little bit more worth it to overpay a bit. I'm not advocating for that being your only method of acquiring whiskey, but I do think that, at least in my situation, I could justify paying somewhat secondary price. I got a little bit of a deal.
I agree, because I've had my fair share of Stagg Juniors, and I know people are like, I've had samples of the older ones, like the first couple of batches, and they're like, they're too hot or whatever. But when they hit like 8 through like 12, those were hitters. Those were like legit.
Consistently, they were amazing.
And the crazy thing was, around here, it was almost a guarantee that I was like, well, I'm going to get me and you both got the same one at Liquor Barn one time.
Like the same Liquor Barn within minutes of each other. It was crazy. But even that was not too long ago. It was just a couple of years or something. Yeah.
But the thing is, they're always so good and so consistent that now they're harder to get.
Yeah. Well, it's baby George T Stagg.
Right. But it justifies paying a little extra. Like, I have no problem paying double of what I paid for that to get a Stagg.
Yeah. And I mean, there are years too where Stagg, or Stagg Jr., whatever you want to call it,
Stagg Daddy,
is better than Daddy Stagg.
Yeah.
Like that has happened multiple times. And I think when you strip away the necessity to produce a higher aged, higher proof whiskey, you give yourself the opportunity to make something that actually feels genuine.
Yeah.
Right. Because we don't know the age on the Staggs. I don't know if it's ever even been revealed.
I don't know.
But I think that, it as far as like my experience goes with it, it seems like they are consistently between about 8 and 12 years old.
They're just good.
Yeah, they're just really solid whiskey. And it's a shame that it's still falling into the, because I can't get A, I'm going to get B, that kind of scenario. It sucks, but I kind of get it.
Yeah.
To a degree. But at the same time, benchmark foolproofs out there.
True.
If they're using their rye bourbon.
Foolproof weeded. Who's to say?
Who's to say? So we'll start with 23A.
Cheers.
Sorry, I have to remind myself which is which. Mine is 23A. Cheers, indeed.
There's one note that is always consistent on Stagg to me, and it's cherry cola.
Yeah.
I know we talked about it on
It's just Buffalo Trace in general.
That's, cherry cola, Buffalo Trace. It just smells good, man. It just smells like barrel-proof whiskey. Holy. What? That was a Don Nishida box that just fell. He's here.
I'm going to do a wellness check on Don real quick.
That's a full-blown Don Nishida box that just fell. Snacks fell out. Samples fell out. There's stuff from Dash on your Discord.
He's playing Roblox.
Yeah. What, potato?
That's hilarious. Potato parcel. The next time it's someone's birthday and you can't find any Blantons.
Oh, come on. That joke's so old.
I think it's hilarious.
No, it is funny. I agree. Don Nishida, are you okay? He's flying to Japan right now. What? It's in the Discord.
I know. No, it's not that. It's like, I'm worried now.
Pete is Pete. Dawn is Dawn. Check on Dawn.
Yeah, that was crazy. That gave me a mini heart attack.
I mean, very rarely does anything fall like that on.
Yeah, I think honestly, it's probably because you moved that
right
that one box,
the advent calendar.
Yeah.
Anyway,
brown sugar, cola,
cherry cola,
just so much barrel influence. I mean, it smells incredible. It genuinely smells like a campfire. Fuck, too.
So good. That one. 130.2.
Yeah.
Doesn't taste like it.
I think it not tastes like, but I think it feels like it.
Oh, that wasn't negative. It was
No. I understand. I'm just saying, like, the way that it like hits my mouth, you can feel the alcohol. You can feel that it's higher proof.
Yeah, that's cherry cola with that's a classic Stagg Junior. Like if you took all the good of a Stagg Junior and you put it and you just kind of balanced it out, that is just solid.
Yeah.
Like that's just so good.
Dark chocolate. If ever there were such a thing as like dark salted caramel.
Ooh, I like the salty note on there.
But it just like it hits so many different points on the flavor wheel.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, that's solid. That's like quintessential. Just let's put like one Stagg Junior bottle or Stagg bottle right here to kind of represent the whole brand. That's it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cherry cola, cherry chocolate cola, if that's a thing.
Yeah. I've been drinking on this for, I mean, again, like the past week. I've enjoyed every second of it. It's just nice to have Stagg. Barrel proof Buffalo Trace in general is just one of my favorite bourbons.
So
are you worried?
No,
okay.
It's the same but different. You know what I mean? It's the same but different.
It smells like smoked meat.
It's a savory cherry.
Yeah.
It's like if you're smoking meat.
It's cherry. It's
cherry wood.
Cherry wood.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's got the cherry origin, like the normal cherry on there, but there's like this savory, woody, meaty. Oh yeah,
I think I'm giving the win to the nose on 23C.
I think it depends on what mood I'm in. If I'm going for a unique mood, it's going to be C. If I'm going for a classic mood, it's going to be A.
Yeah, I just think that C is so much more complex.
Yeah.
And weird and wild and out there, man.
You're smoking some meat, you're using some cherry wood.
You got some bourbon
in
your glass.
And you're sitting there and you're like, I got 5 hours left, and you just keep pouring some bourbon. All right.
Think it and sink it.
Damn.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Huh.
Why are there so many mutant bottles on the show today? This is a funky. That's yours. This is a funky, savory, meaty cherry stack. Like,
you know what this would go great with?
what?
Wagyu steak.
Oh my god!
Like specifically Wagyu steak.
Because it's got that buttery fat.
Yeah.
It's buttery. It's fatty. It's got a little bit of sweet.
I think Stagg in general might be my favorite bourbon to pair with steak.
I don't think I've ever actually paired it, but I see where you're going, and I can imagine it.
Yeah, okay, maybe not like specifically pairing, but at the very least, like
I want to.
If I'm thinking about, what am I going to pour? If I'm having steak for dinner and I'm looking for something to drink alongside it.
I know what we're doing
Stagg
for the next Smith-Ritter family dinner. Yeah, that's going down.
Dude, if we could get another bottle of this for the meetup and we were able to do little like steak bites.
Well, I'm sure that between everybody listening, if we're going to go to secondary, we don't care. Yeah, I'm sure we
got to sell tickets first.
Well, true.
We have to have a venue first.
True. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
We've at least got the live show. Did we talk about this on the main episode last week? I don't think we did. So we lost our venue both for the live show and the meetup last week, and we've been kind of scrambling to find a new place. I think that we have
the live show.
The live show locked in.
We have the live show.
But the meetup area, we're still kind of in flux.
Yeah.
On there was we'll talk about the pros and cons of some, our different options that we have available to us. But there's reasons we've done things the way that we have for the past couple of years as opposed to the way that we did it prior to that. But at this point, we're just kind of trying to make anything happen.
Yeah, it's a thing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It'll be ready.
But we'll still, things are still going to be happening. Yeah,
VIP tasting, pairing Wagyu with this. That's definitely moved to the top of the list of things to do. Yeah, this is legit.
It's so good, and it's not even so good that I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I know what's happening.
Yeah,
it's more complex. There is a savoriness to it, of course, that we've said that is not present on 23A. Mm-hmm. It's just a more interesting bourbon in general. Yeah. But it's so just like what I expect Stagg to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree 100%. Have you ever noticed when, like at some bars, they always showcase the Stagg Juniors and they turn it around and put the gold? Yeah, I didn't know if I was the only one that noticed that or not.
Somebody getting sick upstairs?
I don't know. April has the same thing I do.
Oh, okay. It sounded like a puke cough. You know what I mean? Like when you throw
nobody's had stomach stuff. It's all been
thank God
allergy stuff.
Dude, the stomach bug that is going around is no joke. I mean, Lucy had it this week, and I mean, she legitimately had to take a day off of work and just stay in bed because it hit her so hard.
I would die.
I know you would.
I may die.
I mean, based on the way that like she caught it, if you had caught the like same version,
yeah,
we would have had to visit you.
Yeah.
We would have been calling the lawyers.
Podcast in the hospital.
Well, I meant for your will, but can we get this man 30 cc's of Elijah Craig?
We just need him awake long enough to get the will. Barry's like, give me all the mics and the stuff.
You know that opening scene in I've got mics. I need mics.
But you want more because you're going to... I want the camera. I want the monitor.
I want the basement.
I want the basement.
Give me the basement.
Okay. Basement's better.
You know the opening scene, or not? Is it opening or
intro?
One of the opening scenes for Superman Returns.
Oh God!
With Brandon Routh, where Lex Luthor is like signing over a woman's huge yacht and estate and everything because she's like 98,000 years old, and he's like holding her hand as she signs the will, and she dies immediately after.
Yeah, she's like,
that's what I'm imagining. Hey, look, Superman Returns, not a great Superman movie. I think
not
Brandon.
The worst.
I think Brandon. Oh, of course not. Have you ever seen Superman 4? A Quest for Peace? The worst movie. Not the worst movie I've ever seen, but one of the worst movies ever. I think Brandon Routh is an incredible Superman.
Yeah.
And then he came back and did Crisis on Infinite Earths for CW, and he wore the Kingdom Come Superman. They talked about... I hate corporations. There were talks for a while of a Brandon Routh-led Superman series.
I'll be there.
I would have been totally on board for it. Whether it's on Max or CW or whatever, but Superman and Lois apparently is still really good, even though it's about to wrap up. But anyway, tangents. That's Timbip though.
If you've been listening for years and years, if you didn't realize that was happening right now, then you don't know. That's Timbip, like you said, tangents right in the middle. We should have already gave it a score, but we didn't.
Yeah, it's more fun to do it this way.
It's true. Virginia, represent.
I mean, just wild.
God. That smells so good.
But, thank you to Virginia.
Yeah.
As well. Just
appreciate you.
Our numbers are looking excellent. Anyway. Nose, palate, finish, and price?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Each category on this review system is out of 5. We give you a final score out of 20. Of course, if you want to multiply by 5 and get you a score out of 100, you can. But, in general, around 15 is pretty much a recommendation for us.
Yeah.
So we'll start with 23A.
Okay.
What are you giving the nose?
3.5. I think it's just classic barrel-proof Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was trying to make up my mind if I was going to go 3 or 3.5, and I think 3.5 is definitely closer. I mean, it has that little extra push over the edge.
Yeah. Palate, 3.5 again. For a barrel-proof whiskey, it's just right there. There's not too much like ethanol that like overpowers everything. You get the cherry still and all that, and it's just solid all the way through.
Yeah, I'm right there with you actually on a 3.5. Finish, I think, is This is a very consistent bourbon. 3.5.
Yeah. This one, I'm just like I said before, this is the, like, if you put the general overall Stagg, why do we have these in the wrong order? Why didn't we?
Well, because one's mine, one's yours.
I know, but this is the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're right.
It's sit it on top. It's just, this is our general consensus across the board. Finish, palate, nose, price, all that. It's, what is 3.5 times 4?
14.
Better than 14.
I mean, I think the price is better than a 3.5.
Yeah.
I think the price is more like a 4 or a 4, especially if you're getting it at MSRP.
If you get this at MSRP,
which is what you got it at, $65.
That's a 5. Okay. 3.5 times 3 plus 5. This one
15,
is a 15.5.
100%.
You get this for MSRP. It's robbery. Like, no
You've
joke.
done somebody wrong.
It's robbery. And this is solid all the way down the line until the price. And if you get it for that price, you've won the jackpot.
However,
Face it, Tiger.
However,
boy, this one
23C.
Okay, I'm going to make this simple. I'm going to go 4 plus 4.5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 18.5. This
Dang.
This levels up 23A. You get, I have the proof right here.
I know.
$65.99. This tastes like a $200 whiskey.
Yeah.
And everything, like you said, the complexity, like it's like savory and all that, like it's elevated above this one, 18.5 for me.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat.
You know what I mean? Like, if you had, like, I want the middle batch so bad to see.
Just to see. I completely agree.
If it's like a 16, like a 15.
Or a
6,
7.
Yeah.
It's like what happened here?
What's the B batch do?
What that B batch do?
Oh, what that B batch do, boy? Yeah, like this is legit. This is legit.
Yeah, it really is. And I hate to be the podcast or the guy who's like Buffalo Trace, Buffalo Trace, Buffalo Trace, Buffalo Trace, Buffalo Trace,
Do your thing.
Buffalo Trace.
Do your thing.
But here's the thing. Buffalo Trace gained notoriety. They got popular for a reason. And that reason is they are one of the best whiskey makers out there.
Yeah,
hands down,
you can
across
make
the board.
You can do all that. I love
they have
jokes,
they
all
have
that,
earned the cliche.
They're legit.
Yeah,
Legit.
it's great, man.
This is legit whiskey. This is legit barrel proof whiskey at its best. Like
I kind of wish we had been able to try these before the end of last year.
That would have been in my top 5.
It definitely would have been for me as well. But like again, geez, we're falling apart. What we put into our top 10, our best of lists, it's only what we've tried.
All right.
You know,
yeah,
and it's only releases from that particular year.
Yep.
So, you know, unfortunately, 23A and C can't go in the best of 2024, even though it might have been one of the best things we tasted this year.
If there's anybody from Sazerac or Buffalo Trace listening, this is how far behind our area is. This was sent to my local store. 23C. Like, when did everybody else get this?
I don't know.
Either
I don't
way,
even know what the distribution plan is like.
They don't have to have one. They just do what they want. Buffalo Trace just does what they want, and they don't care. They know that it's going to work.
I think that's kind of the thing that everybody has realized recently.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't care if it comes out on a freaking calendar.
Yeah. Anyway.
Freaking.
2 incredible bourbons.
I can't believe we both got these around the same time.
I'm really, really happy that we did. The synergy that we have been able to create with Timbip recently.
Spirits Sante.
We got a bunch of barrel rings to get through this week. This is the segment of the show that you can actually be a part of.
You're on the show.
You text or call the number 859-428-8253. 859-428-8253. Text or call. We will read out or listen to your message on the podcast.
Anything. Pretty much you can do whatever you want.
Just about, yeah. We're going to start with the text that we got sent this week.
Okay.
From Tony Bagadoni.
Oh, boy. This guy.
It's barrel ring text time. It's 60 degrees in Chicago in February. I'm outside with a cigar and 2 Elijah Craig single barrels listening to the pregame chats. I've just heard the devastating news about the meetup. Is there any thoughts about having the VIP at an Airbnb? That's what we're going to talk about here in just a moment. Or at the very least, at a hotel so everyone can safely make it to their rooms. I'm sure you've already considered this. On a side note, I don't know if all the Tony losing his backpack talk is about me, but if it is, I would like to point out that I am now officially a disabled person and I would like to be treated as such. Social Security begins paying me in May. Great timing. See you then, Tim Bippers.
Okay, I've already addressed part of it.
How do you not know that the backpack thing has been about you, Tony?
I addressed this with Tony in the DMs. Yes. I'm going to call him out right now.
We treat everybody equally here at Timbip.
Tony, one night at the meetup, lost his backpack.
No, it was the last night at the meetup.
Last night, he lost his backpack. It had all his bottles in it, and he was freaking out. I mean, legit freaking out. And it took us an hour. But as a group, we found it.
It was so stressful.
Yeah. It was something.
It was way more stressful than it needed to be.
So yes,
and
Tony,
I think we
did that.
Made it more stressful.
But it was fun. It's a good memory.
Yeah, it's really funny. Here's the thing about doing the meetup at an Airbnb again. Parking and the amount of people that are technically allowed to be at an Airbnb.
I wasn't part of I was part of it. I wasn't
part of
making the plans.
Yeah.
But this was done 3 years ago, and it worked, but didn't work.
No. It worked super, super well. But we had to coordinate, people parking
right
at different locations.
Yeah, I got yelled at.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was way more stressful than it needed to be.
We need a public parking space, so that's why we are doing it at a hotel to where there are parking spaces.
Yeah, we've got
whatever.
We've got calls we need to make after the after we get done recording.
Yeah,
as well. But I think that an Airbnb is ideal.
But I think for the amount of people we have now,
no, I agree. Like in a smaller capacity, it makes sense. But I think where we are, we just can't. We can't do it.
We don't.
Not that there aren't rules at a hotel.
We don't need rules on Timbip weekend.
But we were saying we have the venue locked in.
Yeah, we're good on live show.
For the live show. That is still happening on that Saturday. Let me look at the date. I am so sorry.
25th.
5th.
Okay.
Yep. And we will talk about that before too long.
Yeah.
Still working on plans for it, but the 25th still going to be the live show. That meetup week, that whole weekend is still supposed to be.
Same.
Yeah, we're just trying to finalize accommodations for people to be able to sleep in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, thanks for texting.
Hey, Tony.
I haven't listened to this one.
Oh, boy.
I'm not able to. I couldn't quite decipher who it was that sent this, so we're going to be listening to this together.
Hi, this is your friendly, nameless, not local podcast villain. Let's see how fast I can do this. One, Lapsang Shuchang is smoked black tea.
What's
Link
Emily?
in the group thingy, because don't have the Patreons in my world, so there. Also, I think the no hand washing after facilities is something y'all learn working in hospitals, because my dad, who was a physician, was notorious for that. The joke was, Dad, did you put that thing in an autoclave?
Boom!
But also,
Told
fun
you.
fact is
Okay.
an immunocompromised person who's still immunocompromised.
Yeah, it's Emily.
COVID's not actually over its endemic phase.
Yep.
And I still mask up pretty much among most people, even the ones I'm related to, because I'm more likely to get crud from the crap people breathe all over me rather than stuff that gets passed
That's fair.
hand to hand unless they have open cuts. Or I have open cuts, which is a whole different thing. My skin is better than my lungs. So
Why are you
there.
punching people, Emily? Jesus.
So,
Stop punching people.
Let's
She's in a fight club. Emily's in a fight club. She told me.
that is true. Let's address things one by one.
Okay.
First thing. Lap song?
What?
Lap song she?
Who's that?
It's a smoked black tea.
A villain in one of my favorite animes?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
Came from the planet Rice in,
Yeah.
the Frieza quadrant or whatever. I don't know what the reference is. I don't remember. What did we talk about tea last week?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. What are you doing?
I'm getting you on the microphone.
Look at the camera.
The audio is as important as the video.
My face is important. No, I don't remember talking about tea.
I don't either.
I don't know. But her dad knows what's up.
The autoclave.
Yeah, it's autoclave.
What does that mean?
It's like a little thing that like
Is it a
it like
degermifier?
yeah, it's like
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
But me and her dad we don't need to. We're well endowed. We don't.
Third.
We can. I don't understand why people have such a hard time figuring this out. I don't get it.
This is your Roman Empire.
Yeah.
COVID. COVID is still a thing.
It is.
It is. I mean, it's no less deadly, really, than it was. It's just we know how to combat it.
I think
better than we did in 2020.
I think everybody is. We've had it, and we're getting more immune to it. Not saying we don't get it, but I think our bodies recover from it better.
Yeah, and people who are immunocompromised, like Emily, that is still something that needs to be
that is still
considered and worried about.
100%. Like wear a mask, it's fine. There shouldn't be nobody mask whatever, being upset because somebody's wearing a mask. That should not be a thing anymore.
Culture is so different in America now versus where we were at the beginning of 2020, so 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, things have been tumultuous, at best, I suppose. But thank you, Emily, for calling in. Moving on to,
I didn't know she was a villain.
She's not.
She's a bad girl.
No, hold on.
She's a bad girl.
Hi, this is your friendly, nameless, not local podcast villain.
She just said it.
Oh, she did actually say it. Okay.
She's a bad girl.
Yeah.
She's a bad girl.
Duh.
Yeah, she's a bad girl.
Jared.
Oh boy, I got beef with this.
What's up, gentlemen? It is Jared here. I gotta say, I am definitely uncomfortable with the new titles. It's never something I aspired to. I'm confident I cannot live up to it. I'll do my best, but I will disappoint you. I cannot live up to that title, but appreciate it. That's great. Eric, I was going to call in and apologize for some of those messages that were sent. Obviously, this thing with the Force is a hill I'm willing to die on. And obviously, I saw something that completely blew up one of your key arguments. I regretted it later. I thought maybe I was a little aggressive. But if you're just going to take shots at me during Pop Chica, then no apology. I am petty. So I'm just going to take my 13-year Willet Purple Top and go sit somewhere else.
Shut up.
I don't know. You don't like my samples.
Fuck you.
But then, Bill, I also bought a bottle of Green River Weeded. I was in Delaware for my kids' soccer tournament the other weekend. Between games, I popped over to a little local store to see if I could find something cool. I didn't. But the Bourbon and Banter guys rave about Green River. So I picked up a bottle. Had a couple pours of it already, and it's nothing spectacular, but super solid, 90 proof, $30 weeder. I'm gonna have to blind it against if I can get my hands on a regular Maker's Mark and some special reserve and see how it stacks up blind. But man, look at us. We got the same title. We're buying the same whiskey. We're like twinsies.
This guy.
How good does this smell blended together, by the way?
Perry just
23 ANC.
Jared, you're so important that Perry decided to blend whiskey during your message. So
I was still listening.
Let that sink in.
I can multitask.
Let that sink in.
I can pat my head and rub my belly.
Damn, that's good. You did it. That's legit.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Look at this big message I got sent. Okay, this is from Jared.
Okay, you're just going to read it. I'm not going to look at it.
Okay. Exclamation point.
And I'm guessing this is in regards to the Samply Irresistible Redux.
This is in regards to us defending Star Wars. Okay, Rebels Season 3, Episode 20. Obi-Wan takes out Maul with the ease while young Luke runs in the background. Yes. Maul kicked the shit out of Ezra and Kanan, meaning Obi was still on top of his game only a few years before Episode 4. Your argument holds no water. Capitalized, exclamation point, all of it, sick of it. He used my own phrase on me. Because he can't justify that this is a cartoon. I said, what does this have to do with Episode 4? I said, Obi was mentally exhausted by 4. He saw some hope in Luke and Vader, and he just let it go. He just faded away.
But that, okay, no, hold on. I think that supports my argument that when he reconnected with the Force during the events of Kenobi, he didn't fully open himself back up to the abilities that you are.
I agree. But he is trying to say in Rebels,
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
No, okay. I don't like the battle between Obi-Wan and Darth Maul.
I loved it
in Rebels.
Yeah, I thought that was great. Yeah,
I think it's way too quick and boring.
Okay, well, you agree with Jared.
On that one point.
You're just too proud to admit that I made a fantastic point. Someday we're going to meet in person and settle this. And then I said, you know what? I got my lightsaber ready. I will slay you, you motherfucker. Don't talk to me ever again. But also, let's share some pours. That's what we said.
Also, note to you, it wasn't Green River Weeded that we just had. It was the rye.
No, I was just saying Green River in general.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Jared, shut up. You're also the king still. So.
Well, we got the other king.
Yeah.
As well.
Oh, boy. Another one? Jesus Christ.
Well, we got 2 kings.
We do. King me.
What's up, boys? This is Bill. Jared dropped a little grenade on you guys and then just walked away, huh? I mean, talking about peeing and touching and doing stuff. I don't know. That was highly entertaining. You're both disgusting regardless, but anyway. Just kidding.
Both who?
Yeah. Hey, Perry, I need you to do me a favor and stop getting your boys' hopes up talking about Taco Bell chicken nuggies. They ain't even out yet, are they? Like, are they in Kentucky? Because they ain't in Wisconsin. So you have me, like, thinking I'm going to Taco Bell for some chicken nuggies, and I'm not. But when I do, I'm going to video it, and then I'm going to tag Eric because he loves Taco Bell.
Don't.
Yeah, so there's that. But hey, guys, so I thought it would only be fair. We did Kentucky laws last time. Let's do a couple Wisconsin laws. Some of these have been repealed, but I think they're still pretty funny. Number one, it is illegal to serve apple pie without a slice of cheese. I think we've talked about this on numerous occasions. I have personally never had
we talked about
apple pie with cheese, but yeah, so there's that. It's no longer in the books, but it was there at one point, so kind of crazy.
Then why use it?
Number two,
That's
you
crazy.
cannot serve margarine in replace of butter at public eateries. Now, if a customer asks for margarine, you can give it to them, but if you're going to put something on the table, it has to be butter. So there's that. Very Wisconsin-esque of us. And there's actually a city here in Wisconsin that prohibits watering your lawn to the annoyance of your neighbors. So basically it reads, no person shall, with purpose or intent, sprinkle their property in any manner to the distress or annoyance of others, which brings us back full circle to Eric not using his hands to tinkle.
What?
Do not tinkle in your yard, Eric. That's an annoyance to your neighbors, even if you're not using your hands and your butt's not really showing, even though it might be showing.
I do it in the
It's not really
backyard.
showing.
I
don't know
pee in the front.
Gentlemen, we do not need any kind of like evil, whatever Eric was saying. I forget what it is, right? We don't need someone to come in here and be causing us trouble and drama. We're just a couple guys having fun on the Timbip
What are we talking about?
chat line, whatever this is. I don't know. I'm delirious now. I'm leaving. All right, bye. Oh, wait a minute. Before I go, peace out.
Oh, he's done.
Okay,
Emily's the villain.
I want to bring up, though,
and she can do whatever she wants to.
I want to bring up, though, Google Voice finally gave us a transcription of Bill's "Peace Out."
Peace out.
It's Pizza Hut.
Fuck
Pizza Hut.
That makes perfect sense. He does the food reviews. That's perfect.
That cracks me up.
I don't pee in the front. I pee in the back.
Of your
My house. When I'm in the neighbors, they're not seeing anything. I got a fence. I'm going to prove this to everybody one day.
The meetup. Just at the meetup.
Yeah.
What else did he talk about?
Two Kings.
Ooh.
Like that?
No, I hated it. I wasn't trying to get anybody excited for Taco Bell chicken nuggets like they were right now. No, I just said I was excited that they were going to be happening.
You are 100% on board with Taco Bell. Just admit it.
I got Taco Bell the other night.
I gotta pee. This is sick of it. Are you kidding me?
No, you told me it's fine if I got it.
It's like when you're a parent and you give your kids like something like. Go ahead, start the next segment. Tell them about Taco Bell. I want to pee. Go ahead, keep it rolling.
I like Taco Bell.
I want to pee outside, and I'm not going to touch myself because I don't have any hand sanitizer, and I respect Perry, so I'm not going to give him germs. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to pee, and I'm not going to touch myself. Go ahead, keep talking.
High proof hot takes. It's a segment of the show where we talk about things that may have been grinding our gears recently. You know what? I don't like being told what to do on my own show.
What?
I said I don't like being told what to do on my own show.
My show now.
No, it's not.
Welcome to primetime, bitch. Sorry, it's not my show.
Do you have any high proof hot takes?
Yes.
Taco Bell.
No.
Peeing.
No.
What?
I don't want to get us in trouble.
Okay.
I don't want to get us in trouble.
Tell me before we, I'll decide.
You shouldn't ask for money until you're like 100,000 followers or more.
Oh, you mean
You shouldn't ask for money.
You're talking about being an influencer.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Until you have like 100,000, you should just be grateful for getting bottles.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to cut that out.
I only have 2,200, so I will take even the smallest sample, and I will make the best content I can.
Yeah.
Until you have like millions and thousands and a bunch of followers, you should just be happy that somebody reached out to you.
I'm going to have to compress so much of your audio just to make it listenable.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's fine. I think you've said it all.
Did I? I was just talking to you.
Did you have anything else you were going to say?
No.
Then, no, we're good.
Okay.
I mean, I'm still going to put it out there because I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, even if I didn't agree with you, I'd still put it out there.
Keep whiskey fun. That's all I'm saying.
Are you Will or the Grease from the podcast?
I'm both. I am the podcast.
You are the Grease and the Wheeze.
Yes. If you took both of them and combined them, it would be me.
you.
Yeah. I'm rational at times, and then I'm crazy at times.
And I'm still their annoying little brother.
Yeah. So here we go.
Tips and bits.
Ooh, I got a good one.
Segment of the show where we recommend things we've been watching, listening to, reading, just enjoying over the past week or so. What do you got? What do you got for me? What do you got for the people, Eric?
There's an anime I watched a while back that it probably got lost in like the mix of all the other stuff, but Swan reminded me because he asked me about it. Her favorite little Swanee.
I miss Swan so much.
But it's a anime called Lazarus.
Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
It's only like a 12 episode thing right now, but the concept is this doctor made a pill that could cure anything, like anything. So
okay.
So of course everybody took it. Then 3 years later, they find out that everybody who took that is going to die now. But it took 3 years. So they go to confront this guy, and he's nowhere to be found. So there's a group of people that have to come together to try to find this guy, to try to figure out a cure because they got like 1 week to save everybody. And it's made by one of the best studios, the best art, the best music and everything. And it's just so solid. You got to watch it on Toonami, Adult Swim. It's so good.
That felt like a throwback.
It is.
No, I know it is, but it just like
Toonami.
The thought of like the only way for you to watch anime growing up was Toonami.
That's how we had to do it.
That was such
so
a
good.
weird time. I don't know if maybe I've said this on the show before, but I mean, we have like, hours of VHS recordings of Dragon Ball Z.
Toonami,
it just,
baby.
man, I wish I could remember the first episode of Dragon Ball Z that I saw that got me into like loving the show. And now I'm closer to just a Dragon Ball Super fan. But
I feel like I could almost narrow it down. It was obviously the Saiyan saga, but I can't remember. I can't remember if Goku was dead already or if he was on Snake Way.
I think the first mine was during the Android or Cell saga.
See, I was in, but they
had to have been.
They hadn't even dubbed the Android saga yet. We were still. They would repeat the Saiyan saga over and over until they got it. It may have been when Goku was on Snake Way and Vegeta was on his way to the planet. So, yeah. How before that?
It looks so good back there.
I love it.
Anyway, audio listeners, love you to death. I'm pointing to Eric's Christmas gift from
my favorite. It's right there.
Goku versus Vegeta.
But yeah, Lazarus, anime, so good. It's a fun concept. It's one of those that I could see them making a live show based around it, and then people being like, "This is great," but actually, it was made from an anime. So.
Yeah, well, speaking of the live shows based around cartoons, Netflix's adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I've been waiting for this.
I am 5 episodes in. It's an 8-episode first season. It starts off really, really bad. Like the first episode is not good.
Oh no.
And this is even like them recreating the show, or at least the original pilot, shot for shot in some instances. Otherwise, I mean, it gets off to such a bad start, even with like the acting, like, and it's not even the kids. The kids are child actors.
Oh, okay.
That's I mean, they're not going to be great. They don't have the years of experience that some of the adults have, but like some of the adults are acting like they're in a community theater and it's the first time they've ever read lines.
Oh no.
And again, it gets better. Like by the 5th episode, I'm locked in. I mean,
that's a long time.
But it's a progressive jump.
Okay.
Like it takes time to get there.
Gotcha.
But each episode has gotten better based on the previous one.
How many?
There's 8. Okay. So I still have 3 episodes to go. But it's good. It's fun. It's not the original show. And I don't think it's intending to be. I think it's trying to be. No, it's trying to be its own thing because, you know, they're still adapting like the storyline of the original Avatar: The Last Airbender cartoon. And, you know, they have to compress some things to make it more viewable for a live action setting, live action viewers, whatever. And in some cases, it works. Some cases, you kind of want to throw your phone at the TV.
Okay.
I'll talk to you about it. I don't want to like really spoil.
No spoilers.
Okay. But I say give it a chance. Again, it's gotten better. I think that they perfectly cast Prince Zuko and Uncle Iroh.
Okay.
Uncle Iroh is, I cannot remember his name. I'm so sorry. The guy who was a Star Wars super fan, and he wound up being like in the Filoni shows.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's Iroh. I mean, just as like fun and jovial as the original. There's nothing in it that I really feel has been like miscast necessarily. I think for the most part it's been kind of spot on, but I just think that some actors are not as good as others.
That's fair.
That's pretty much everything. But it's I'm excited to see where it lands by the end of the season. I think that given the opportunity to do more seasons, and I assume what they're going to do is 4, just to, you know, get through all 4 books of bending, kind of in the same way that the show did. Yeah, Exactly.
Yeah. You know what else?
But I like it, and I think you should watch it.
You know what I think you should do?
The internet.
Yeah. I think you should
do the internet or bend the internet?
Both. I think you should go to the internet, and then you should bend.
We lost the thread.
You should bend your words and go to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for as little as $1 a month. You can support the show. You can actually do it for free. We just found out.
Well, I knew.
I just found out. But at $5, you get all the bonus stuff. You get sample irresistible. You get Pours from the Floor. You get Pop Chico Wow Wow. You get this episode uncut. $5 a month. It's the best $5 you'll ever spend. Trust me. If you want to get some merch, you can go to bourbonshop.threadless.com. Perry puts all the designs on there. You can.
We'll have something new soon.
Well, we'll have the live show design up there. You can get that shirt.
Yeah, that'll be up before the show this year.
2024. What are you going to do for that? You got any
trying
ideas?
to figure out the color.
You should go crazy. Let's go 80s.
Oh, okay.
No, we got to go to church.
Well,
remember, we got to go back to church.
We'll talk about it.
Okay. If you want to send us an email, if you're into emails and you're like, hey, you should review this or you should do this, send an email to This is My Bourbon Podcast.
No, this is my bourbon shop at gmail.com.
This is My Bourbon. Where should they send it to?
Oh my gosh.
I'm just playing.
This is my bourbon shop at gmail.com.
I know. It was so funny.
No, to be fair, it is confusing because.
Yeah. If you want to go to social media, you can follow me at Whiskey Mutant. You can follow Perry at PRitter1792. You can follow the show at My Bourbon Pod. We do reels. We post show updates. All the stuff over there. You can get into the DMs there. If you want to go to Facebook, we have a Facebook group. This is My Bourbon Podcast Facebook group. Answer some questions. We'll put you in there. That gets a lot more active during the live show because we're posting updates and schedules and all that stuff. We would really appreciate more reviews.
Yeah, no, we definitely would.
I want to read reviews. We had a review from Texas last week.
Eric's favorite state.
I've said some stuff about Texas with you, and the fact that we had that is amazing. So tell everybody about us, review it, rate it, all the stuff. That's an episode.
Yeah.
YouTube. You can go to YouTube. If you're listening to this,
yeah.
You can go to youtube.com. You can do
watch the
This
video
is My
version.
Bourbon Podcast. You can watch the video version. Perry goes live every Thursday. I'm almost done with my class.
Are you really?
Yes.
Oh, man.
So
That means Eric's going to be able to.
some Thursdays open coming soon.
Sweet.
But yeah, you can watch this episode on YouTube. There, comment, like it, subscribe, do all the things. That's an episode. Tell people about us, just like we're saying. Like, who in Virginia told somebody about us? We thank you.
There's a Timbip cult out in Virginia now.
The number one Virginia Timbip fan should let us know, and we'll call them out.
Yeah, please do. I mean, we'd be happy to identify you.
Yeah.
But I think that does
it. I'll miss you guys. I'm taking a week off. Don't let them prance around and talk bad about me. Please, if they do, call them out. I give you permission to call them out when they make fun of me. And if they support me and praise me, call them out too.
So you know about it either way.
You don't let them talk bad about me.
I won't let them prance.
You know I'm your boy.
You are my boy.
I'm your number one boy. But if they start talking bad about you, they already didn't let me in on the show last time. Don't let them talk bad about you. That's an episode.
Thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you all next time. Until then, though, I'm Perry.
I'm Eric.
And this is My Bourbon Podcast.
No prance. Don't let them prance around on me. Don't let them put their little feet on.
I know.
Okay.